It has been a while since a movie has made me fall asleep in theaters. It was July 17th, 2018, when I saw The Equalizer 2, to be exact. But man, Charlie's Angels almost made me break that streak. This movie is directed by Elizabeth Banks, and it stars Kristen Stewart, Naomi Scott, Ella Balinski, Elizabeth Banks, Patrick Stewart, and Daimon Hansu for a total of 3 scenes. This is not a terrible movie. I don't think. I can see somebody having an absolute blast and really loving this movie. But to me, it's just not good. To me, it's one of the most boring and bland spy movies I have ever seen. Now, if you remember, I believe last year, 2018, I saw the movie The Spy Who Dumped Me. That was an absolute garbage fire piece of shit movie that I hated. This is marginally better. The original music I liked. I do like that song by Ariana Grande, Miley Cyrus, and Lana Del Rey. Is she the other one? Whatever, the Don't Call Me Angel song. I like that. The original music that was made for this movie, I overall would say that I liked. But the score, the original score for this movie, is the most basic royalty free spy music you could possibly think of. And the mixing was off throughout the entire film. Banks' directing isn't great, but there's a few shots I rather liked. However, the action scenes are absolutely unintelligible. It's probably the worst case of hiding stunt doubles I have seen all year, and the editing is so quick cut and thrown together in these scenes, it would make the editors of Bohemian Rhapsody jealous. I think the story is weak, as it kind of bounces around from set piece to set piece. The entire thing is resolved in a snap and feels incredibly rushed, so the movie can finally end. The runtime is 1 hour and 58 minutes, and it feels like 2.5. It feels like a long ass movie, and the story just draws it out. But on top of that, with the story, the villain's motivations just don't make any sense, and the overall plan is dog shit. And the character motivations and arcs that are in this movie are stretched so incredibly thin, or they're completely non-existent. Balinska, for starters, keeps reiterating how much Daimon Hansu's character meant to her, but you're never given a reason to understand their connections. I hate exposition in movies. I hate when it comes on screen and the actors are talking, you can tell it's exposition to clue the audience into what they're supposed to be doing and what's going on. But it would not have hurt to have thrown a simple line or two in there to explain why she feels so fondly for him. All we get is a 10-second scene at the beginning of the movie where they're sparring together. That's it. And on top of that, her character also magically forms friendship with Kristen Stewart's character that comes from left fucking field. They have had hardly any face-to-face conversations together throughout this movie, but somehow become the best of friends, and it feels forced into existence. As for the acting, I mean, what do you really want me to say? It all feels half-assed. None of them have any chemistry together. And I do want to say Noah Centineo in this movie, and I fucking hate that guy. So fuck you. He did the worst job by far. That's not true, but it's him, so fuck him. I don't care. Aside from that, my biggest problem with this movie, it's not the chemistry, it's not the characters, it's Kristen Stewart. I think she was fine, but she felt miscast. She is supposed to be the Joker of the group, the one that's always throwing out sexual innuendos. Essentially, she's supposed to be the Joey of the group, but she simply feels miscast in the role. It doesn't fit her. That's not the kind of shtick I would expect to see from Kristen Stewart, and I commend her for it. I want actors and actresses to go outside of their comfort zone and do things that they normally wouldn't do, so they don't become typecast into one specific style role. But if Kristen Stewart and Naomi Scott had just flipped characters, I feel like this movie would have worked better. They try to make Kristen Stewart funny, but it falls on its face every time they attempt a joke with her. I really don't know how to sum this movie up. It's not completely horrendous, even though that may sound contradictory compared to what I just said about it, but it is still pretty fucking bad. I think some people could really enjoy it, like I said, but at the same time, I cannot recommend anybody see this movie, at least not in theaters. Charlie's Angels came, they went, and soon the Angels will be forgotten. 4.6 out of 10.